Hene holds up way more than half the sky, and she brightens our district in the Richmond where she's lived for many, many years, and our city. And thank you for your leadership in the labor movement in our community, but also for your work as an educator, an exemplary educator for our city. Thank you so much, Hene.
As a union leader, I worked and walked for due process, fair wages, and respect for all workers. I have been an officer of the Labor Council. I have mentored young people for probably 50 years of my life. And now I am working with and for seniors and teaching them to advocate for themselves through Senior Action Network and as the legislative director of the California Alliance for Retired Americans. And because of these organizations, seniors will vote based on knowledge and self-interest rather than ignorance and fear.
Under Joanne's leadership in these positions, the fire department has implemented a computer-aided system and automated information system, unified the city's emergency dispatch operations into a single interagency emergency communications department, developed the battalion-based in-service training program, and has reorganized emergency medical services. Through these measures, as well as the many other directives introduced by Joanne, the fire department has become more efficient and responsive to the needs of the city and its residents. But Joanne is not only exceptional in getting things done, she is passionate about her team and values each and every member's opinion and contribution. In fact, Joanne has a reputation for knowing the almost over 1,800 fire department team members by name.
I am committed to this city, being a native San Franciscan, and the work that I do could not be done without the efforts of my colleagues, all 1,700 members that I work with, their dedication and their commitment.
In the aftermath of the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake, Gail was instrumental in starting the first neighborhood emergency response team, otherwise known as NERT, with the San Francisco Fire Department. Since the program's inception, NERT has trained over 17,000 San Francisco residents on how to be self-reliant in the event of a major disaster.
Thank you very much, supervisors, and especially to Supervisor Alioto-Pier, who is not here today. The San Francisco Fire Department and the NERT program, the SAFE program, and the Department of Emergency Management have been the foundation and support of our neighborhood outreach, enabling us to advocate for disaster preparedness. And I want to express my appreciation for their help these city departments have given us in the neighborhood.
You have been an incredible inspiration to me. You've been an incredible inspiration to everyone who has worked with you. Thank you for being a woman warrior. Thank you for being a superhero and a superheroine. And if we could all join in thanking Mrs. Lee for your work over the years. Congratulations.
She also said that she cannot help the community by herself. With the help from the Pinyin Resident Improvement Association, from Chinatown Community Development Center, and other community groups in the community. That's how she can help everyone who live in the community. And she wanted to say thank you to all the supervisors here, and thank you everyone.
To thank Lorri today, I just want to say that although we know that the Sunset District has come a very, very long way from being Carville, and a very, very long way since in 1966 when Congress first declared that the Sunset, otherwise known as outside lands, was part of San Francisco, we are very, very lucky to have you to help document our history and to make sure that for many generations to come, San Francisco will remember the history from which we've come from. So thank you very much, Lorri, for your contributions.
Carmen Chiu mentioned that when I wanted to learn more about the Sunset, I complained that there were no books on it, and that's why I wrote this one. There's a little bit more to that, and that's that When I wanted to learn more, I kept complaining to my mother, there are no books on the sunset, there are no books on the sunset. And she kept saying quietly, you have to write it, you have to write it. And finally, after about the 4th time she said that to me, I thought, maybe I should write it.
Karen has faithfully marshaled together the kind of volunteerism to make sure, whether there are a lot of volunteers or that there are none, that she's helped beautify this particular area that has made us all very, very proud. And it's her low-key but constant leadership that has been well applied for years and years, with the help and support of so many people in the Coal Valley Improvement Association, in the Upper Haight and the surrounding area. She has made us all, I think, extremely proud in understanding of what it means to simply do a job with no questions asked, with not any kind of compensation, but to do so towards the betterment of improving San Francisco.
This is a great honor, and I want to accept it on behalf of all the women of District 5 who work so hard.
In her time at Oasis, Rachel's been an integral part, not just of running Oasis, but of most things going on in the South of Market community. She's advocated youth-friendly services and youth-friendly and family-friendly development in the neighborhood.
The theme for today is quite interesting to me. It's writing women back into history, and I feel like at Oasis for Girls, we live the stories every day. It's the young women who come every day to Oasis who have, because of different circumstances, experienced successes, experienced struggles, experienced many things in their lives that people might often think hinder them. But when you're surrounded by a community of folks who support you, who really believe in you, who come together as a community to represent and have the confidence and belief in you, then we know too that you can succeed.
Beyond her work, there is the dedication that she has to the people in the community. The vast majority of us have her cell phone number because she makes herself accessible to all of us, whether it is something as simple as giving us a phone number to far more important personal assistance, helping individuals who are in housing crises, who are in job crises, who may have some sort of personal crisis in their lives. Celine has given so much of herself to so many of us.
There's a term that we use in Ireland, and it comes from our farming background, and it's called mehel. And mehel is the concept of community coming to help community. So if it's harvest time, each farmer goes from farm to farm to farm, helping each farmer bring in their crops and save their hay and cut their silage. And it's very much what we are about at the Pastoral Centre. It's all community-based, community-built, community-organised and community-led.
Judy and her colleagues have listened to the hopes and dreams of students, not just from District 8, but from every neighborhood in this city, from Hunters Point, from the Mission, from the Excelsior, from Chinatown, from the west side of town, from the Western Addition, from the Tenderloin. These young people who come to Mission High School have really had their futures opened up because of ASAP, and no one has done more than Judy has to make this program a tremendous success and an envy of high schools around the Bay Area.
We are the model of a community, volunteer, and public school partnership. But it's all about the students. And our scholar athletes overcome obstacles every day. And ASAP just gives them the gentle guidance that they need to follow their beliefs and dreams of a college education.
By creating an environment of understanding and confidentiality, Mujeres, Unidas y Activas empowers and educates members through mutual support and training to be leaders in their own lives and in their own communities. Working with diverse allies, Mujeres, Unidas y Activas promote civic political participation to achieve social justice.
En este mes que hemos reconocido el mes de la mujer, nosotros...
This month you're celebrating the month of women. We say that we celebrate that day every day, but today is also a very important day. Today is Domestic Worker Day, nationally and in California, and I just want to dedicate this award to all of the women who do this work, taking care of our homes and our children and our loved ones. And I want to congratulate all of those women who are doing that work that's so important to our society.
Louise Winterstein moved to San Francisco with her family from Western Samoa in 1974. She grew up in Visitation Valley. She is a firm believer in family values. She has 2 children and is a proud grandmother. After college, Louise started working at the San Francisco Public Defender's Office. Her passion is helping people who are in need. She helps people clear their criminal records, which is a big barrier to those who are trying to get housing, employment, business licenses, and immigration issues. She loves and enjoys helping those who are seeking to change their lives and their community.
I would like to sincerely thank the Board of Supervisors. My honored, sincere thanks to Maxwell, Sophie Maxwell, for this privilege, this honor to be standing in front of everybody and have people appreciate what I do in helping the community as to positive things.
She helps to provide business support, lease negotiations, and other resource services for low-income entrepreneurs and especially women. She feels rewarded when a new business opens to her efforts, and we have had 4 young women open businesses on 3rd Street thanks to her efforts. Thank you so much for that. LaShawn is committed to living her values and helping the underserved communities. Thank you, LaShawn, for all that you do.
I'm a native San Franciscan. I love it here. I'm committed to the service here. When I look to my left and my right, when I look in the program for all the awardees today, I'm surrounded by women of power. I'm surrounded by people who are committed to this city. So I thank you. People say that birds of a feather flock together. I'm just thankful to be one of those birds. I thank you.
I've had the pleasure of knowing Bernadette now for 2 years, and I'm just amazed at her incredible work in the community, just by the women who are surrounding her, who are leaders in their own right. Bernadette has an incredible charm, a incredible love that attracts people to come to her, and that who are now all these women and many more people in the community are contributing to the work in the Filipino community in the Excelsior District.
Ang karangalang ito ay para sa lahat ng mga ordinaryong tao dito sa San Francisco at sa lahat ng dako na naglaan ng kanilang buong buhay upang ang kanilang pamilya ay mabuhay. Ang pagbabago sa ating inaasam para sa ating sarili at para sa kagalingan ng lipunan ay mangyayari. Ang ating mga pagsisikap ay may pagtutunguhan. Oo, ang mga organisadong pagsisikap ay siguradong may pagtutunguhan.
In addition to driving important policy programs, Tangerine understands and knows how to successfully build the infrastructure that allows these programs to really move and become and build successfully. In short, we have Tangerine to thank for much of the success of many of the programs she has fostered and developed in the city and county of San Francisco. On behalf of the Mayor, Tangerine, congratulations to you, and thank you so very much.
I want to thank the mayor for this honor, for his leadership and his unwavering support for our efforts to expand health care coverage, to uninsured San Franciscans. I think we're all aware that the burden of health care often falls on women and families to figure out how to get care for individuals, and I am pleased that about half of the people enrolled in Healthy San Francisco are women and are in a better position to provide health services for their loved ones and, more importantly, for themselves.